Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sunny and today I'm back with a brand new video. This one is going to be very interesting for you guys. I'm going to be telling the story of how I almost had 2 car crashes within the space of 5 seconds. Stick around to the end of the video to find out what happened. Okay, so I'm going to start from the very beginning. I'm going to be commentating over some Modern Warfare Remastered, by the way, some sniping gameplay. It's not the best, but it's a good one I got today that I thought I'd just commentate over. So basically, I left my house taking my girlfriend to work. It was quite a good day, quite sunny. And it's probably about a 10-15 minute drive to her work, so that was all done. I was driving back home. This is where the magic happened. Basically, what happened is I was driving down a road at the speed limit, and what was blocking a junction was a caravan and quite a big truck. And I take it the guy didn't see me, so I was just going 30 miles an hour towards this junction, and the car pulled right out. And without stopping, because I was beeping my horn, he just kept going, gave me the middle finger. And before I knew it, I was sideways in the middle of the road, which doesn't make sense as to how that happened. But basically how it happened was I was going towards the guy, I was beeping, and I slammed my brakes on so hard. I felt myself, I slid to the right, and I sort of went up on 2 wheels. So lucky I didn't flip over really. So yeah, the guy just flipped me off, gave me a couple of middle fingers and just drove off. So I was kind of left sideways in the middle of the road trying to get my breath back, because I'd literally passed my test maybe about 5 months before, and it was my first proper time where I was like freaked out on the road, and I was kind of trying to straighten back up, and there was people beeping at me like, what the fuck are you doing, why are you stopped in the middle of the road? So I was just flipping them off, giving them a couple of middle fingers, like I've almost just flipped my car, fuck off will you. And it was quite overwhelming to say the least really. And then I was just driving around the corner after that, still a bit shaken up, and to reach some red traffic lights where you stop. I kind of gained my composure a little bit, and the lights went green. I was turning left as to where that's turning into a junction as well. And I was turning left into this junction, and a car just ran the red light. Nearly, well, he touched my wing mirror a tiny bit, and he must have been going about 40 miles an hour. So the flash of my eyes, a car just shot straight past me, grazed the side of my car. And not going to lie, right, that put me off driving for a while. I didn't drive for a couple of days because I was just proper shaken up, because people can be proper stupid on the road. But yeah, I still can't believe how that guy, he nearly caused a crash. Like, he nearly caused my car to flip over, and I would have been fucking hurt, like real bad. Like the speed we were both going. And yeah, I nearly rolled over, went into the junction and almost got sideswiped by another guy. Luckily, I wasn't going too fast out of that junction, or he would have smashed straight into the back end. That sounds so wrong. I do apologise for that one. But yeah, that's the story, and it really shook me up. I was like, no, I refuse to drive for a minute. I've had a couple of other occasions where I was driving up a road one time, and a taxi was on the left hand side. He has his hazard lights on, kudos to him. I went to drive past, I indicated round, and he just started driving. And bearing in mind, the road is not wide enough for 2 people to drive next to each other. So I was almost grazing all these cars. I was beeping my horn, and he just wouldn't stop. So in the end, I kind of stopped, got out of my car, and realised my tyres were scuffed from the curb and everything, which kind of pissed me off because it was a new car. But it just shows how idiotic some people can be. That story wasn't too long, but trust me, in real life, it felt like it played over and over again in my head. Just how close we were to hitting each other. I'm not even joking. I don't know how he could just drive straight on from that. I would have sat at the middle of the road, kind of like, Jesus, I'm so fucking shocked right now. It was so overwhelming at the time. Luckily it was only 2 minutes away from my house, so I got home and just kind of sat there, and I was like, nope, that won't happen again, don't worry. Yeah, I don't know how he just drove straight past, gave me the middle finger. Anyway, that is the end of that story. It wasn't too long, but I did put a poll up on Twitter that said, would you guys rather see that one or a gardening fail? And that one wasn't too long, so I'm going to say the gardening fail as well. So basically what happened, me and one of my very close friends that I've been friends with since I was very young, we were doing some gardening in my back garden, and he had a pitchfork, I had a spade. And it was one of the most painful things I've ever endured in my life. I was just digging with a spade, trying to get some rubble up, and he was digging with a pitchfork to sort out some soil or whatever he was doing. I don't know if he was messing around or not. I don't know if it was on purpose either, which kind of makes me think, oh shit, is he out to get me? Basically what happened was we both went down at the same time. I went to shovel something, he went down to pitchfork something, but he completely missed the ground, and therefore the pitchfork, came flying up and smashed me in the face. If you don't know what a pitchfork is, I'll put it up on the screen now. And it's got huge, it's like a giant fork for gardening. And yeah, that went into my face, basically the bottom of my jaw. So it pierced my lip and cracked my tooth. I didn't think anything of it. My face was a little bit numb, and I was like, oh shit, like why is this happening? Like, and so I went indoors, just wiped all the dirt off my face that had been on there. I was quite worried that I felt the hole in my lip, definitely. I was quite worried that I'd have there's an infection you can get from having mud. I'm not sure what it's called, like mud in your face or in your skin. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, that happened, and I was just going into the toilet to wipe all the mud off, and before I knew it, I walked out of the bathroom and there was blood everywhere. It must have been because I like unclogged all the blood or something. It absolutely killed the pain, just come on me straight away, and there was blood absolutely everywhere. So that was when I felt the gaping hole in my lip. My tooth was chipped, half falling off, and it was one of the most horrible experiences I've ever had in my life. He did apologise, which I'm thankful for. He didn't mean to do it, but geez, it was the most horrible experience. So I was rushed to A&E, and I don't know whether it was for a joke or seriously, but they offered. It was definitely a joke. They said, "Do you want to get it pierced?" So basically, they offered to put a bit of metal in my lip or whatever, just to keep it preserved for a piercing, because it was in a perfect place. But they didn't sort of reassure me at all when they said, "Yeah, if it was a little bit higher, it would have got your eyeballs." That, to say the least, that did shit me up real bad. Just how close, same with the car crash one, how close you can come to really hurting yourself, and how close you can come to being absolutely fine after something. Yeah, it took maybe a couple of days and a couple of stitches, but I was absolutely fine after that. It was so painful, but there we go. The stories have both been told. I've realised there was someone in the comments as well that said do a sort of stalker story. I've got one, which is very good. You guys will love it. I'll save that for a future video though, because this one is coming to an end now. If you guys did like my story time series, that's what I'm going to call it, like a little bit of story time. I'll just play a gameplay and then do a commentary over it. There we go. If you guys liked it, please remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Yeah, baby girl, you're so damn fine, though. Wanna know if I can hit it from behind, though. I'm sipping on you like some fine wine, dog.